Good day, brothers and sisters. Wisdom at Dawn, episode 398. Use wondrous sounds to make offerings, a limited understanding. In the following verse, all things with form contain unconditioned truth. Always have reverence in your heart, so that each action can create blessings. Express utmost respect with a pure, undefiled mind. Master says, understand that all tangible things, the appearances of all conditioned phenomenon, are replete with unconditioned true principles. The principles of all things and their appearances exist in our minds. So as long as our minds can initiate an action, all kinds of things and appearances can manifest. With our two hands, we can do things in a way that benefits or harm living beings. For example, these days, people make a lot of money by producing drugs that cause harm to so many lives. The karmic force generated by these kind of severe transgressions cannot be exhausted entirely in one lifetime. They will have to face retributions in future lifetimes, even after being punished by law in this one. Meanwhile, a pure and undefiled mind comes from a sense of respect in our hearts. Thus, our every action will benefit others. And no matter what we do it with gratitude and respect. There are many things that we can express with our pure and undefiled minds from our deep sense of respect. And this is very important. Yesterday, Master discussed making offerings with sounds. Musical instruments can generate very melodious sounds. When combined with sutra verses, it can bring joy and purity to people's minds. When we instill reverence into a melody, those who are listening may put their palms together out of respect and reverence. And this is also a kind of offering. Thus, tangible objects can be offered to help a place become a practice center that inspires respect and reverence in people. And if they take delight in the Buddha Dharma, they may be inspired to seek the Dharma further. Today, Master shared a story. A long time ago, when the Buddha was at Jetavana abode, people from other parts of the society, including kings and ministers, would come and listen. And when they come, the surroundings had to be very clean. So every day, the monastics would spend much time cleaning their surroundings. Now, there lived a very poor woman in the nearby village. She thought, I own nothing to express my respect to the Buddha, but I have my strength. So I should be able to clean the area around the Jetavana abode. So every day, she would bring a broom and sweep the surroundings. First, she started from the outer parts of the grounds, and then she slowly worked her way into the perimeter of the abode. And this action of hers allowed the spiritual practitioners to spend less time on cleaning and concentrate on learning and practicing the Dharma. In the same village, there was also a wealthy elder who regularly went to listen to the Buddha Dharma and felt great reverence for it. One day, as he walked out of his house, he suddenly saw a magnificent building from afar. This building had not been there before, so the elder became very curious, and therefore he walked forward toward it. And the more he walked, the happier he felt. But all the time he was wondering, who had built this building? Almost reaching, he saw a shadow within the house, so he asked loudly from afar, Who built this house? A voice came from within, saying, There is a very blessed person here. Every day, a good woman, with utmost reverence, cleans up the area where the Buddha and his Sangha are living. And every day, she gives of herself out of respect. This aspiration is so precious that it led to great and blessed retributions. This house is built for her. Upon hearing this, the elder became even happier and walked even faster toward the house. When he almost reached it, it suddenly disappeared. In its place was a very old and shabby house. Then a woman walked out with her broom, ready to start cleaning again. The elder said to her, "You are so reverent. I admire you greatly. If you agree to do something for me, I will give you 500 taels of gold." The woman thought and said, "What can I agree to do? I have nothing to agree. But as long as I can do it, I will agree." So the elder said, "Good. You just have to agree to accept 500 taels of gold from me." The old woman was very surprised, so he asked him, why would he do that? To which the elder said, "When I see such reverence, I feel very happy. That is why I want to give you these gold. You can use them however way you like." The woman was very grateful. After accepting the 500 taels of gold, she wondered what she should do with it. In the end, she offered all of it to the abode, the Buddha, and Sangha. One day, as she stood among others, listening to the Buddha Dharma, it suddenly penetrated her mind, and she became fully awakened to the Four Noble Truths. She realized that she had created so much karma in the past, causing her to face much poverty and hardship in this lifetime. And with this understanding, she felt no resentment and vowed to practice more diligently, using her body to make offerings of physical labor to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Now, this beautiful story demonstrates that in our interpersonal relationships, when we are reverent, we can naturally move other people. Not to mention all the Dharma protectors in the world. So through various appearances, we can serve and demonstrate our reverence. Master says by combining the tangible and intangible, we can make offerings out of reverence. In addition to making offerings with material objects, we must always joyfully recite and praise the Buddha's virtues, as even just one small sound, one can realize the path to Buddhahood. It is best if accompanied by a melody that is loud, so loud that it can reach faraway places, so that all in the universe can hear it. But even if we only do it faintly, we can still realize the path to Buddhahood. Bodhisattvas always vow to respectfully make offerings to all Buddhas. By reverently accepting and practicing the Buddha Dharma, they are making an offering of conduct. Bodhisattvas make offerings with their actions. Their faith brings love and joy for the Buddha Dharma. Thus, they never tire of making offerings like this. They are like that woman who swept the grounds for many decades out of a sense of reverence. And doing that without becoming tired means we feel that we have not done enough, that we need to do more, and never becoming annoyed. Master says they will definitely be reborn into a family that has faith in the Buddha Dharma, and from childhood will be close to the Dharma. So this is why we must learn from the Buddha with great reverence. By chanting sutras, we can enter the sutra treasury and spread it across the world. By praising the Buddha's virtues with songs and chants, we can transmit the Buddha Dharma. People with wisdom can contemplate on the Tathagata's three perfect virtues and awaken deep respect. The three perfect virtues of the Buddha are: first, the perfect virtue of causes or seeds; second, the perfect virtue of effects, as a direct effect of perfect causes; and third is the perfect virtue of grace. Now, grace is a cause that is planted in our minds. In fact, the Chinese character for grace or en is cause planted in the mind. Master says as long as we are always grateful, naturally we will be respectful to others, and things will happen perfectly. This comes from the seed or cause that is planted in our minds. And this seed helps us to return to our pure intrinsic nature. As long as we mindfully engage in spiritual practice and take Dharma to heart, then Dharma will manifest in our actions, and our actions will reflect the Dharma. So therefore, we must always be mindful.感恩 for listening in, brothers and sisters. May wisdom and inspiration be with all always.